Alrighty. Hello, everybody. This is Teacher Nestor with NICALINGUE. It's my pleasure being here with you, just making sure about something. Alrighty, so guys, welcome everybody. I just need to make sure that everything is already up and running so we can go ahead and get started with today's episode, right? So, hello everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. I'm your English social tutor from NICALINGUE, and my name is Nestor. Today is Saturday, November 14th, 2020, and it's another grade to improve and develop your English speaking skills. If this is going to be your first time watching or listening to Radio NICALINGUE, let me explain you a little bit how it works. I'll be introducing a topic along with some useful expressions that you can use later on in your talk. And once we cover the topic, I am going to you will have the opportunity to express yourself through some of the questions that I'm going to ask you, right, in today's episode. And that's right, today's episode is episode number 5, and it's about education. So we're gonna be reading about some places where students or where children cannot have access to educations because they are under war, right? We're gonna go through some useful expressions as well for better English speaking, and you will have the opportunity to improve or practice your speaking, right, through today's event. So one of the questions that I want to ask you guys is the following. The question is, education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. What do you think about that? So that's gonna be today's question. That's what we're gonna be talking today. We're gonna be talking about education, and we're starting right now. Okay, everybody, so welcome back. So let's see. Definitely, I just want to thank you one more time for watching and listening. Today's topic is brought to you thanks to our program I Speak, right? The main idea of I Speak is to have a place where you can develop your speaking skills. They are private English lessons focused on improving your speaking. And our main vision is that you have better opportunities by just speaking English. We have more than 120 topics. We develop more than 12 different strategies for you to improve your speaking. And even though you can take the IELTS exam through the methodology we use, also the idea is that you can have better communication skills. So you can use these for example, in a job interview, presentations. You can share among your friends as long as you do it in English, right? That's the idea. Without any further ado, let me introduce to you Isaac. Isaac, how's it going? How are you today, Isaac? So let's see, Isaac, are you alrighty? So let's see, let's go ahead and connect. Can you hear me, Isaac?
Hi, yes, sir.
How are you today?
Yes, I hear you loud and clear.
That is fantastic. That's fantastic. I'm happy to have you in today's presentation, right? Today's episode number 5. We're going to be talking about education. And one of the questions I have for you, Isaac, is the following. What do you think about the statement that I just said earlier? Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world.
Um, I think that is a good phrase because
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening.
I okay. I think that the education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. That is I share this opinion because if you give education to a child, he's not going to put a weapon on your head because he loved to study. He loved to do other things than to kill people. Um, yes, if you learn something, you are going to have knowing, and that knowing give you peace, and you see the things like doesn't see another people.
Alrighty, so let me go ahead and understand what you have said. You have said that definitely education will improve people's. Let's see. It's a powerful weapon. It's a powerful skills that you need to develop, right, for you to have better opportunities. Is this what you meant? Aisha, you there?
Yes, I said that.
Alrighty. So we're gonna go through today's topic, right? And this article that is brought to you by iSpeak, the main idea is that we're gonna go and read it through this, and definitely to have some kind of vocabulary, some kind of information previous to answer those questions. So, Isa, I would appreciate that you can start reading the first paragraph, please.
The California-based charity Justice Rising is working to educate young people in conflict zones, especially the conflict-torn eastern section of the Democratic Republic of Congo. It is one of many organizations strongly to meet a need that is largely unmet in troubled areas worldwide, according to the United Nations International Centers Fund UNICEF. I think that they are trying to get the education in those um, conflict area. For example, in Congo, the Republic of Congo. Congo is one of the the country more affected for the wars. And the United States is trying to meet the, the education and educate the young people.
It's quite interesting, right? How actually there are some places, there are some zones that they don't have access to education. They don't have access to have some knowledge so they can improve their life quality, right? The main topic of today, because when it comes to education, I definitely think that through education you can accomplish a lot of things, and through education you have opportunities for a better life. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Picture yourself in your mind a situation where if you are the highest educated person in your village or in your town or in your country, what is going to happen is that people are going to approach you. People are going to get in contact with you because eventually you can give them a word or you can give them some wisdom so they can manage their life in a different style in case they ask, obviously, right? So it turns out that you can also make a living of that. That's why I believe that education is everything. There are different kind of education, I would say. Education when it comes to your behavior, education when it comes to having certain subject that you learn in a university and then you develop through practice, you get some experience and then you help other people. So education, I believe it's everything. And it's the root, right? It's the root for the good, and it's the root for every single thing that in the future you're gonna be doing good, right? So we have another. Hi, hello. How are you doing today? We have CPA. CPA. I need to make sure about your name, right? Well, if you have access, if you are on your smartphone right now, the only thing that I'm gonna ask you is to please use your earphones, right? Plug them in, and you can go ahead and start participating. You can give us a call. On your screen, there are some icons where you can give us a call, and we'll be more than happy to have you. We're talking about education. As long as you jump in, I would love to hear what's your idea about this, right? Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. This is something that it was said in the 1950 with Nelson Mandela, which was a South African president. And I would love to hear that, right? So going back to our topic, or going back to our article, let me see something over here that says, okay, the article said the following: the California-based charity Justice Rising is working to educate young people in conflict zones, especially the conflict-torn eastern sections of the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's one of many organizations struggling to meet a need that is largely unmet in troubled areas worldwide, according to the United Nations International Children's Fund, UNICEF. Okay, so somebody was calling in. Can you please give us a call again? Okay, let's see. All right. Hello, Mumba Boss. Welcome, welcome. You know, sometimes your names, guys, don't get me wrong, are pretty interesting. I don't know actually what they mean. I hopefully expect they don't mean anything wrong. But anyway, so one more time, guys, if you are listening to me, the only thing you need to do is to use your earphones, plug them in your cell phone, and on your right top corner, you will see some sign plus. You should tap one of those, and you are going to be receiving a call from you, and voila, we're going to be connected now. So going back to the episode, hold on, wait a second. Over here I have another one. All right, sorry about that. Hi, how's it going? How are you today? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I'm fine.
How are you today?
I am hearing you. I'm fine.
That sounds great. I'm doing just good. Thank you very much for asking.
Yeah, I see you are doing job.
Come
Yeah,
again?
I see you are doing great. I see you are doing great.
Oh, thank you so much. May I have your name, please?
My name is Ubaid.
Ubaid.
Ubaid. Ubaid.
Ubay, okay.
Yeah.
Ubay. Alrighty. And so where are you calling us from?
I'm from Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Okay. How's the situation over there in Bangladesh?
Situation is not good actually, and there is lot of people who are getting sick by the
People are getting sick because of the pandemic
hello.
situation, the
Yeah,
coronavirus.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I am having some network issues, so uh,
Alrighty. And tell me more about
yeah.
you. What do you do?
Actually, I'm practicing IELTS. Maybe I'm going to sit for IELTS a couple of months later.
Can you repeat it again, please? Because you were breaking up and I was not able to listen or hear you.
I'm practicing actually.
All right. So the main idea of this,
Hello,
yeah, that's
can
the
you hear
idea,
me?
right? Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. That's the main idea. The main
Yeah,
idea over here is that you can have a space where you can practice your English speaking skills, especially for those people who want to improve their communication, especially for those that who wants to take the IELTS exam. I already have Isaac. Isaac is one of the private students. And the main idea is that you can have strategies, you can have information, you can have, you know, the someone that can help you out to improve your speaking and definitely taking the IELTS because IELTS is basically an exam that
yeah. It
if you
your
prepare,
skill. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It
if
it 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 always assess your proficiency of English. That's it.
there you
Nothing
go.
else.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah,
So we're not talking about knowledge. We're not talking about how smart you are. It's basically if you're able to communicate your ideas and your thoughts through communication. And as you may know, there are three different parts. It's part one is the social thing. I call it the social thing. It's
yeah,
like having a friend. You invite a friend to a cafe and you have a small talk like you, your city, your hometown, your studies, and so on and so forth. And then we have the second part where the main idea is that you are given a topic and that is called a cue card. You have 1 minute preparation time, and then you'll have like 2 minutes sort of for you to start speaking. So, and last but not least, we have part
yeah.
number three, which is the debates, right? Where you're gonna be talking about your abstract ideas, like the one that we are showing up today. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So, I would love to hear from you. What do you think about
Yeah.
this?
Yeah, as you said that education is a thing what can make all the whole world different. Like if you have someone who are educated, then he can. Hello, can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear. Sometimes
Yeah,
I want you to know that I mute my mic because I don't want to have any kind of interference and I want to hear you as clear as possible. All right, you continue.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so education is the thing what make the people uh, great in terms of attitude, and they can help other people, like they can make other people educated, and in this way they spread a lot of positive issues which also uh, followed by uh, dif- our older people who leaded the world. And as you said, that education is a kind of weapon that it's not actually the weapon uh, by which you can fight, but it also uh, change the world, and which is needed for everyone.
Do you have any example where you can actually tell me how can you apply this in real world, where you say that education is actually a weapon, not the one that is gonna cut you, not the one that is gonna kill you, but the one that is gonna help you out to change your mind. So, do you have any example that actually you can say that you have lived through or you have any kind of experience about?
By what?
Or did you hear what I say?
Yeah, yeah, I heard you. Can you
All
ask
right.
again?
Sure. The question is, do you have any example? You know, a lively example that you have had when you say that education is a weapon that can help you out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. There is a lot of example. I am also experienced. One of that is when I was in my childhood. So I was attacked a lot of time by the people who were familiar with uh, fighting with other people, and they are familiar in our society as a criminal, so they attacked me a lot. And there were some people who were also aware about this that issues, and they were good attitude holder, and in terms of getting a lot of uh, go they actually helped me a lot in terms of getting involved in this fighting competition. And they actually they helped me a lot.
Okay. And
Okay, someone is calling me.
all right, I understand. Alrighty. So Isaac, going back to
Okay.
You then, Isaac. So yeah, education is definitely a weapon. It's part of it's part of it's something that actually is going to help us to in any kind of in any kind of situation that we might face, right? As long as we are going to be well educated, everything around us is going to change. Let me go ahead and give you an example. Sometimes governments, right, they prepare their citizens through a certain kind of skills. Right now, for example, in Nicaragua, if I'm not mistaken, there are different kind of projects where are helping the youth, right? Especially those one who don't have access to education to have certain kind of skills so they can be later on incorporated to the society. And apart from that, they can make a living of that, meaning that if they want to just to just to build a family, they will have the opportunity by do so.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So I have more questions, right, when it comes to that. And the question I'm going to ask right now is about the first part of the IELTS speaking exam. And one of the questions I have right here, guys, is do you work or study? So whoever who wants to start, I'm going to be more than happy to listen to you guys.
Yeah, this is the question I heard a lot.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay, are you asking me
Correct.
to give the answer?
Yeah. I mean, either or. I have right
You
now
can start.
two.
You
I
can
have right
start right
now.
now.
I have right now two participants. I have Isaac and I have you, right? So let's go ahead and warm up. Well, we already did that warm up, but let's go ahead and go into today's questions, right? It's about education. So the first question that I got for you guys is, do you work or study? So whoever who wants to start, it will be great. I have another participant right here. Let's see. Hi, how's it going? How are you today?
Okay,
Mambu
Yeah, I'm
boss.
fine. Yeah. What about you?
I'm doing terrific, Mambu boss. Thank you very much for giving us a call. I don't know if you were listening to us previously, but right now we are in the session of asking questions, right? First part of the IELTS. And the first question that I got for you is about the topic is education. The first question is, do you work or study? So we have you Dan. I guess it was your name, right? I need to write your name down because what was your name again?
Okay. It is my nickname actually. You can call me Mahabu. My full name is
Mahabu.
Mahbub Roman. You can call me
Okay.
as Mahbub. Mahbub.
All right. All right, Mahabu. So we're gonna be listening to you.
Yeah. So, what do you want to listen from me?
So the first question is, do you work or study?
I am a full-time worker in my country, that is Bangladesh, and now I'm a private job holder.
Okay. All right. Why did you choose to work there?
I'm I'm also trying for government job, but in our country it is quite difficult to find out a government job because of huge competition. That's why I am just searching for a private company job, and now I am stuck with a company, and that's it.
All right, sounds good. And what do you like about your job?
Well, I'm a textile engineer, and I'm playing a role as a merchandiser. And in terms of my working, there are always various types of challenges. These challenges are coming from different types of customers all over the world, and due to I have to meet the deadline. This is the best challenge in my job, and I like it very most. And to fulfill the demand of my customer and to fulfill the deadline as well. So I like it very most in my work.
Okay, and what do you dislike about your job?
Uh, well, I actually dislike some customers wants from me that a product to make or to give them within 2 or 3 working days. Sometimes it's not possible because of some technical issues and some production. Always there is some uncertainty in case of production. That's why while they don't have uh, enough technical knowledge about a product, how to production, how to produce that, that how could be its lead time, maybe it 5 or 6 days, but this sometimes they are demanding the same product within 2 or 3 days. So I just dislike that because whenever you want something from a company or any customer or any supplier, you first need to know that what is the deadline and what are the possible uncertainty on this. Then you can go with that. And I just dislike these things.
I got you. Yeah, I understand what you mean. And last question I have for you for this part is the following. Studying what you study is something popular in your country?
Yeah, I was studying in textile engineering. I have completed my bachelor degree in textile engineering, and it was one of the most popular subject in my country because Bangladesh is a textile based company, and Bangladesh is one of the leading garment exporter all over the world. That's why I choose this subject to negotiate. And I have just completed my bachelor degree, and my intent is to complete my postgraduate degree from any foreign countries. That's why I am preparing myself here as an IELTS candidate.
I see. I see. Alrighty, great. That sounds perfect. And one of the questions and one of the ideas of today's episode it's about education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. This is something that was addressed by Nelson Mandela in 1950s, I think it was. And what do you think about this statement? Do you agree? What is your opinion?
In my opinion, it's quite okay because education is the only thing that you can change one's or once you can take out one's latent creative activities, and easily you can bring out those things from once by applying proper education. And it will make some sense to the people who are educated well rather than the illiterate persons, because you can sometimes have a indecision conditions, what is wrong or what is right. But definitely education give a proper idea to what to do and what you could not to do. And also the one more thing, the politeness or your approach will definitely growing up while you are well educated. So I think it is I'm quite agree with that statement of Nelson Mandela.
Alrighty, alrighty. Well, thank you very much for your participation. Thank you very much for actually sharing with us what you think. Right, I truly believe that when it comes to your ideas, your thoughts about the topic are great. Right. So let's go ahead
I
and
have a question for you. Can
yeah,
I
go ahead.
can I ask you something?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. How was my speaking? Can you please evaluate it or give me some number in case of like a real examiner?
Um, I can. One of the things that I actually love to do is to give you, besides a number, right? Besides a number, something that calls my attention is that sometimes um, you actually make. There are some words, right? There are some words, there are some expressions, there are some sentences that you are mentioning correctly, right? There are some other expressions that, because of perhaps the pronunciation of the intonation and the word stress, it's sometimes difficult to understand. But apart from that, I truly believe that when it comes to your fluency, you are doing a very good job. When it comes to your coherence, remember that you can use uh, some connectors, some linkers for you to jump from one idea to the other. But apart from that, I think that you're doing a very, very good job, right? What's your band? What's the band that you're looking for right now?
Okay, I'm just looking for 7 or above. That is my intention.
All right. Sounds like a plan then. Alrighty, great. So we're gonna give somebody else the opportunity. I was talking to CQA previously, right? CQA, are you still there? I'm sorry. Can I have your name again? Because
CQA, yeah, go out of the conversation.
all right, so it's not any longer in the conversation. Alrighty, perfect. So well, I do have more questions for you, Mahmoud. Would you like to participate on those questions as well? Mamun, are you there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right.
I'm here.
Okay,
Please, could you
so
please repeat?
yeah. Let's go ahead and do the following. Look, I would like you, because the topic is about education, right? I would like you to tell me who was the best teacher you ever had, and I would appreciate that you describe that teacher.
Well, when I was in standard 9, a teacher whose name was Mr. Bijoy, uh, I like him very much. He used to take class as on physics and mathematics, and physics and mathematics. I have a very fascination from my childhood about physics and mathematics, and I always love to do very critical problems. And the teacher, already I mentioned the name, that is Bijoy, give me a proper explanation how to solve those problems, and what was my problems, and he just gave me some suggestion that was really helpful for me. And that's why I like him very much. And he was a personally, I think he was a very fantastic guy, and he was too much honest to his students, and he was technically quite sound. He was overall a very good person.
Alrighty. Um, when you mentioned that he taught you about critical problem, what do you mean by that? Or he taught you critical thinking?
Critical. Okay. Critical problem. I mean, actually, there are lots of analytical data we have to do. Like when we are going to participate in international competition, like mathematicals olympiad and other kinds of challenges all over the world. Then I have got lots of analytical analytical mathematics that was really very difficult to solve. And on that particular case, he just gave me some particular suggestions, and that was really helpful for me. And he was also gave me some instruction how to solve those problems. That was I always kept in my mind. And that's why I am also learning from him I whenever I got any mathematical or physics problems in my real life also. I just called him, and I just like to call him and taking some suggestions for him how to overcome the solution. And just he gave me gave me some tricks to overcome the situation. And that is I just want to mean.
So you still get in contact with your teacher from time to time then, from you from with your
Yeah,
professor,
yeah, yeah.
right? All
It's
right.
still I'm communicating with him. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Already, still I'm communicating with him.
All right, that sounds cool. Alrighty, and in your opinion, what kind of person makes the best teacher?
You just asked me the best teacher. Best teacher in my, I think the teacher who could, if to be a best teacher, there could be some specific criteria, like technical knowledge, the way he delivering the lessons to his students. Either it could be a theoretical or some practical activities as well. And in persons, is he honest or dishonest? Because I'm telling you, because in our country, yeah, some people are taking education as a business. But if some teacher really want to give some uh, input to his students, I think one should not take his the education as business. He just need to intention to give some things to students, so that the students can learn something from him. I think it is the most important thing for a teacher. And thus a teacher could be a good to his students.
Okay, alrighty. And do you think it's important to have good teachers?
Sorry, could you please repeat?
Sure. Do you think it's important to have good teachers?
uh, well, as we are learning from our childhood, so I think always a teacher have some powerful impact to a students in his career or his growing. When a student is just growing up, a teacher mostly impact to his life. So it's nice to have a ve- very good teacher or a best teacher in anyone's life. No matter if he or she could not get any best teacher, but if it is, I think it is very beneficial for anyone's life.
Okay. And something else that I want to ask you is, what is the salary average, and when you are a teacher in your country?
Okay. What I am just repeating. Could you please repeat again? I have some
Sure.
connection problem. That's why I could not hear it properly.
Not a problem. My pleasure. What is the salary average? The average salary, right? If you are a teacher in your country.
Okay. It actually varies in what type of teacher you are, because when you are a teacher of a standard school, or teacher of a high school, or teacher of a university, it may vary. Depending on an average for a university teacher, it could be 60 or 70K in BDT, Bangladeshi Taka. on an
In dollars,
average.
so
And
everybody can
for
understand how much is that in dollars?
yeah, okay, in dollar it is 1000 US dollar on
Oh,
an
okay.
average for an university teacher.
All right.
And for a standard school teacher, it is around 500 to 600 US dollar, and for high school teacher it is around 700 to 800 US dollar.
Okay. And do you think is that enough, or teachers should be paid a higher salary?
Well, I think it is not. It's not enough for a university teacher, because a university teacher has to give more time in his some research work and some potential work for the betterment of the university. So he has to give a lot input rather than other teacher, in my opinion. So I think this salary is not enough for that particular university teachers. And I think if it is around 1500 dollars, it would be pretty easy or
Alrighty.
pretty
Okay.
good.
Alrighty. That sounds good. Thank you. Thank you one more time, right, for your
Yeah.
participation. When it comes to giving your ideas, when it comes to giving your thoughts, some of the things that I would love to share with you also are some of the useful expressions I normally use with students, so they can actually not repeat them, so they cannot repeat themselves the same sentence like I think or this is my opinion. For example, some useful expressions you can say is for me, and then you continue with your developing your answer, or it seems to me that, and you continue with your statement, right, with your answer. Definitely in the chat in our platform, you will see some of the expressions that you can use instead of saying I think. I'm not saying that that's bad. The problem is that in the IELTS descriptions band, you'll have something that if you have a wide range of vocabulary, and that when it comes to synonyms, paraphrasing, even linking words, and these useful expressions are the ones that you can use whenever you have the opportunity to express yourself or give your opinion about something. Alrighty, so before you leave, do you have any question or something like that?
Okay. I have one more question for you. That do, do you continue this session like today? How often you will actually continue like this?
Very good question, and thank you very much for asking it. Right now, I'm just trying to develop this kind of space where everybody have the opportunity to practice English, right? Even though I use the IELTS speaking criteria, and you're gonna be taking the IELTS, right? So the idea is
Yeah,
that you can have this session at least once a week, right? That every Saturday,
yeah.
my local time is Central Standard Time. I send you through a private link, a time body link, in order for you to have an idea what's your time zone, and then you match to my time zone, right? And eventually, for the first time, I send you the topic, but next Saturday is gonna be another topic related to IELTS. We bring you
Okay.
a topic, and besides
Oh,
bringing you a topic, we bring you some useful expressions like the one that you are perhaps reading right now from the application. And besides that, we give some space for you to answer questions, right? Pretty much, we work that way.
uh, Uh, it's my exotic pleasure to have a guy like you, and thanks for giving the opportunity to develop ourselves. It's really commendable. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you. By the way, something else that I want to add, I'm gonna be The only thing that I'm gonna ask you is to subscribe, right, to our channel on YouTube and also on the platform. I'm gonna be sending you the YouTube channel, and that's the only thing that you need to do. Alrighty? Okay.
Definitely, definitely. Please just share the channel link. I will definitely subscribe it right now.
Alrighty. Thank you very much. All right, that was
You are most
Mr.
welcome.
That was Mr. Mahmoud, right? Mamoon was your name, right?
Yeah, my name was Mamun was my nickname, but I already mentioned that my full name is Mahabubur Rahman, or you can call me in uh, like Mahabub.
Alrighty, Mahabub. My pleasure, and I hope we keep in touch. Take it easy, alrighty?
Okay, okay. Thank you very
Bye bye
much.
for now. Alrighty, so Isaac, you still there?
in here.
Alrighty, that's great, Isaac. So, Isaac, so going back to one of the questions that I have for you is the following, right? So we're gonna be doing the same thing, right? I want you to describe who has been the best teacher you have ever had, and describe him or describe her.
Um, I think my okay. Personally, I think my favorite teacher was teacher Mariana. When I was beginning to learn English, he teach me he taught me a lot, a lot. And when I didn't understand something, she she was trying to explain me very well. As you know, the first step that you give in this language are essentials. So for that reason, I think she is the best teacher that I ever had. And also, I have another favorite teacher at high school. He he was a very good teacher. His name was uh okay. He, his their name his their name was Alemán, and his name was Juan. I think Juan Alemán. Yes. Um, that teacher helped me a lot at high school.
Mm-hmm.
When I didn't understand something in math, she explained me because I was the next year I was going to try to enter at University, and
Mm-hmm.
as you know, we do the the admission exam, and that is a hard exam. But and also another teacher that he is helping me to improve a lot is teacher Nestor. I love the way that he makes to teach, because he is he is very patient, and also he's trying to he's trying to look for the way that I learn.
Alrighty. Okay, that sounds great. And Isaac, what do you think it's important, or what's your opinion? Um, what kind of person makes the best teacher, or what kind of qualities?
Um, okay, in my opinion, um, the kind of person that made the best teacher is a passion teacher, because for example, if you don't understand something, the passion teacher is going to explain you another time, and another time, because that is his work. um I think, and also teacher get stress, because it's not only one student, are 30 or 35 students more that he needs to explain, and trying to have passion with that the students. But I think that the best teacher is a patient
Okay.
teacher.
Alrighty. And I have another question for you. Do you think teachers should be paid a high salary?
Um, yes, yes. Um, well, it seems to me that um, the teachers should be paid with a high salary because he's trying that you learn something. Something, for example, if you want to learn this language, he's going to he's going to try that you learn. Um, and what's happened this time that or this salary is going to be if you are going to catch this payment that you give to the teacher in the future when you work in a call center or trying to do something else. um, the teacher are the instrument that give you the knowledge that you need.
Okay. I have another question for you, and let's see what's your answer about this. The question says, some people say learning English isn't useful. What is your opinion about it?
um, I agree totally. I'm totally agree because, for example, if you want to study journalism, you can. If you want to have another opportunity, you will go to another country, and your payment it will be better than your country because it's another country. And um, I would like to be real. The payment of other countries is better than the Nicaragua payment. Um, and if you learn this language, you are going to have you're you're you you are going to open a lot of doors. Not only journalism, you can traduce to people, and they pay you that. You can work in a center. Um, it's it's useful. It's useful. It's useful to learn English. How it's useful.
Alrighty, okay. So Isaac, one more question and then we are off, right?
Yes.
Studying math is useless. Do you agree or disagree?
Uh, this is a interesting question because I don't like the math, but I think
You don't like math, okay?
I think studying math is useless because, for
Uh
example,
huh.
if you want to study, what is the name of this career? Um, Teacher, what is the career that you need math? Um,
Mathematics, economics.
Economics.
Uh,
If you want to study economics,
well, but being honest
you
with you, in economics, I study economics, and you need to have a lot of statistics and
yes,
econometrics. But definitely math, like the ones that we actually study in high school, like Baldora, is not the one that we need
yes,
to study. Anyway,
but
so you
our
were saying.
numbers at 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 our numbers.
All right. So what do you need? There are numbers over there. Yeah,
Yes,
but
yes,
take a look at this. Imagine yourself. Take a look at this. I'm gonna now break it down to an example. Imagine yourself that you want to open a business, right? And this business, it could be
yes,
whatever you want. You can sell cold water, or you can have a barber shop. Whatever business you are thinking about. I truly believe that it doesn't matter the business that you are in. The most important part is that you can have certain kind of education when it comes to finance. And finance has numbers. And if you don't have the, how to sum, how to multiply, divide, so it's going to be some kind of chaos for your business because you wouldn't know actually if you are making money or not, right? So I do see a lot of entrepreneurs around, especially in our country, that they're do they're doing a really good job when it comes to selling. But if you ask them what do you how is actually their business doing, they don't have any kind of idea. And the reason why they don't have this idea is because perhaps they only reached sixth grade, right? They know how to read, they know how to make simple calculations, but the more you know a little bit about numbers, especially when it comes to finance, the better and successful your business would be. Because if you know about number, you will know about how many, for example, in my case, how many students do you have, how many students you're going to be charging, what's going to be the minimum that you can charge, what's going to be the maximum you can charge, how many hours you're going to be actually working. So the truth is that you cannot, you can simply avoid numbers. Numbers are everywhere in any subject that you are. For example, in journalism, as you are, as the career that the subject that you are actually studying, you will find out that you will see also numbers over there, right? And that's important.
Currently I'm studying statistic in my
Statistics,
pension.
yeah, that's right. That's right. So, what can you give me one other example on how statistic is applied in your career?
About the statistics, for example, you go to on the street and you make
And you find a dead
an
body.
interview.
No, no, no. Okay,
I,
okay. So sorry about that.
I, you make an interview to okay, and you ask to 100 people about about the problem of, of that in Nicaragua we don't have a healthy food, and they say, and um, for example 20, they say that yes, we have problems. Many 70, they say that they don't have problems. So the result is that 7% people, 70% people, they say that we don't have healthy problems. The rest said that we have 30% problems healthy in the
That's what I'm talking
Nicaragua
about.
people.
That's what I'm talking about. So if you become an independent reporter or journalist, I
Yes,
think that you will need to use this a lot, and either for you to bring information or for you to clarify something when you are talking to people, according depending on the subject. For example, now currently in the United States, you know that they are running their presidential. They're actually voting for the presidential seat, right? And there is right now a competition between Biden and Trump, meaning that if you become a reporter and you need to talk about this, you need to know about numbers and how you are going to be delivering that information to your audience. Because there are people, let's face it, there are people over there that perhaps they don't have any idea how to make those numbers talk, right? That's the thing. We have Bojack. Bojack, is my pleasure having you today. Thank you very much for actually jumping in. Right now we're talking about education. The main idea is that you can have a space where you can practice your English speaking skills, education. The topic, it's episode number 5. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. So if you would like to participate and you can give us a call, and I'll be more than happy to hear what you think about it, right? So going back to what I was saying, if you are a journalist, you eventually will need to know how to make those number, you know, express or talk or basically deliver that information to your audience so your audience can actually understand. And as you may know, there are different kind of journalists. There are journalists, for example, that love to make some research on economics or any other related field because they want to specialize themselves in that, right? That's the thing. Okie dokie. So, Isaac, I think that we have reached the end of today's episode number 5 about education. If there's something else that you want to add before we leave, Isaac?
To do this podcast with you, Nestor.
Alrighty. Okay. So guys that you are watching and listen to our radio podcast with NICALINGUE. Something else that I want to add, guys, is that our main vision is that you have an opportunity where you can practice your English speaking skill, especially if you are at an intermediate level or advanced. And perhaps right now you are facing or you're thinking about sitting and taking the IELTS, right? And so we have private English lessons where we teach you strategies. We have more than 120 topics to talk about, and we teach you strategies on how to build your vocabulary, build your pronunciation, build your sentences. The main idea is focusing on speaking, right? So if you have any question about our private English lessons, the only thing that you need to do is to send us a WhatsApp, right, to our phone number 505-881-25123, and I'll be more than happy to give you further assistance. Alrighty, guys, so I just want to say thank you so much for this episode, and thank you for the students who participate today in our live lesson. I just want to say I hope to see you in our next free lesson, which is gonna be on Wednesday about next topic. Right now I don't have the topic, but I will let you know through our social media, Facebook, what is gonna be the next topic. Please stay tuned. Subscribe to our channel, which is NICALINGUE, right? You can just write it down, look for the name on YouTube, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you won't miss anything. Thank you, guys, and see you soon. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye for now.